I have no idea why Hasbro decided to make this the official alternate transformation of his aerial mode. You know, his jet mode, but I say aerial because obviously the back end just looked terrible. Now, this is Titan Return Broadside. Originally, I was not gonna get this figure at all. I mean, yeah, as you can see, he has a little bit of the same molding details as Titan Return Alpha Trion, but other than that, you know, it's kind of like two different figures. You know, there are some similarities, but anyway, one of the reasons why I wasn't going to get it is, like I said, this mode right here. I can understand certain leeway, but no. The reason why I got it now was because I saw a video that was made by Pia, and he did a alternate transformation. I'm going to link it, Pia's video, in the description down below. And even though the way he got his set up, it looked really good, but even he admitted that it's not as stable as he would like, but it is still good. So, because of that, as you can see, I actually got the figure. And it's all thanks to Pia. However, like I said, in his own video, in his own words, he admitted it's not as stable, but obviously, me being me, I found a way to make it a lot more stable and more effective. Now, again, I'll link the video of how he transformed it like this, and you know, a couple of changes and fixes. But as you can see, here's the top view. It looks more sleeker. You can, especially when you angle it like this, it's more sleeker. It definitely look more like a jet, like completely. So, here's what I've done to make it more fitting. Now, just to prove it, I'm going to grab it from the tip right here. But I'm going to grab it from here, and I'm going to lift this up. As you can see, nothing's shaking or anything. I didn't use no glue. I didn't use anything special. I just, you know, used the same transformation that PR did. Now, here's what I've done. Now, obviously, you can tell. Well, let me angle it. Now it's get darker over here. I'll angle right here. As you can tell, these right here is obviously the robot mode's arm. And if you notice, I'm going to probably move this around maybe. Here we go. You see these gray blocks? Those are his hands flipped up for the transformation. Now, from right here where my finger is, you'll see that gray bit. Now that is originally the way Hasbro had it set up. Those gray bits, if you can see here, it had kind of like a clip, and where it can clip into the actual legs, the way they have it alternate. I'm just messing up a little, but that's okay. As you can see from the top, I kept those gray bits still facing up the same way, the official way of doing it. Only difference is I made the forearm more closer in with the body. And the reason for that is, as you can see, it's more angled in. These are the clips for the actual sort of carrier mode. And when you flip them out, these things protrude outward. You're originally supposed to have these flip in the back, so you know, so they can clip in more better with the legs. There's the hole right there for the peg. Instead, what I've done is, when you actually angle these forearms, it created, here, let me move this out the way. You see that right there? Actually, you probably can't. Let me move it out a little more. You'll see that little square-ish off peg, which is right here. This protrudes out. And because that protrudes out, and like I said, this is why I have it more like, you know, definitely pressed against the body, but more angled. It creates a stable leverage for this peg to rest on. So in other words, it's like, as you can see, I close it back in, make sure it's completely tight to the body, and that peg is literally resting on top of that. So that means, as you saw when I picked it up earlier, everything was stable, everything was fine. And what's cool about it is it's the same thing over on the other side, as you can see. So therefore, it's not really that hard. This is like probably the fastest quick fix you can do to make it more stable. All you have to do is pretty much keep the forearm the same way they originally wanted it to be when you were to transform it the regular way. But just leave it more pressed against the body. Have it more angled in. And there you go. Problem solved. Because all you're doing at this point is using the peg and that piece of plastic that protrudes out from the corner of the elbow. And you're pretty much all fine. It's just, there you go. I highly recommend you straighten out these legs. Now, if you were a third-party company, that want to add on with this toy, I would probably recommend, hopefully somebody to replace this crotch piece, because these right here it's just dumb. That's where you're supposed to clip the legs in to keep the leg protrudes up and everything, and at the angle. The way Hasbro have it officially, it's not really needed. I mean, you could just replace the crotch. Maybe I wouldn't say so much change the legs. If you're one of those people that need to have these more touching each other, like completely closed in, I can understand it might fit the profile, but as you can see, the profile is pretty much better. So like I said, this is more of a quick fix, and it's not even that long. It's literally like a couple alternate moves. Again, like I said, I'll put a link in the bottom on what PR did to make this look a lot more sleeker. But I just thought I'd add my 2 cents on how to make it more stable. Alright then, hope this helped. Later.